Good morning everyone from Tenerife. It's another beautiful windy morning here at Tenerife. Today we're taking you along on a training day. Just preparing my breakfast. It's about 8:30 in the morning and we have a full day of water training going on. Start training, race training, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Right now I'm making my daily morning shake. It's basically 2 bananas, some oat milk, some protein powder. We'll see how it will be today because it's going to be a windy one and wavy one. Nice, huh? The only issue I have is how sore I am from all the last days of windsurfing. My whole body is in pain, but gotta go through it. One of the tasks for today is to super glue all my wounds, because this is literally right where you push on the board. So I gotta super glue it so it doesn't open even more. And then here on the heel as well. It's all from the rocks down here. Oh yeah, 5.8 guys, 5.8. I have a 4.8 here as well, which is a really small slalom sail, and I just used it the first time ever a couple of days ago in a lot of wind. But then I realized that for the 63 board that I'm using, the 4.8 is probably too small. Even if it's like really windy, you get too much lift. The sail is not heavy enough. It doesn't have enough downforce, so the nose wants to lift off. So even if it's really windy, my 5.8 works better than a 4.8. So I'm getting ready for the TWS slalom training, which is, as the name suggests, organized by the TWS. It's a windsurf center here in Tenerife, and since 2015 they're running the slalom training, and we simulate races basically. We have a boat, we have marks, a race director who starts the races for us. That's really the best training, to simulate the race. 4 times a week at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. And if you're late, you're not allowed to start. So you always have to be in time. Some guys might want to try the foil today, because still after all those years, still this fin versus foil thing is still going on. We have new rules for the PWA index here. It always switches a bit where is the barrier for the foil. Usually when it's like really windy for the small board, it's usually still advantage on the fin, and everything that's lighter is advantage on the foil. But you will see some guys today, they will try and push their luck on the foil anyways. You go with the foil, no?
This is a plane. But the plane can change.
That's the thing, because it's a rocky spot here. With the fin it's kind of okay to go out from here, but with the foil you need to go from another beach. Don't do that at home. It's probably not healthy, but it does the job.
I'm the race director for the TWS Pro Slalom training, and here we are with a beautiful day of wind. We have around 25 knots, and yeah, my job basically is to call the line. Well, of course, setting the course, moving the marks so they can think a bit where to start, if to start on the pin, on the boat, whatever. So a bit of strategy, and yeah, just taking care of all these small guys. Get ready for the countdown! In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
little bit underpowered, but I think it's going to pick up. Got the first race in now. Some guys are still on the foil, but the pin seems to work better. Basically, it's not about, like, the results don't really matter here because you never know if the guy behind you is trying something out or whatever. It's about time and distance on the start. That's what we're training to get consistent with the starts, and then, you know, having this racing situation of going into the mark at full speed with like 4 or 5 guys next to you, and decision making basically. The waves were a bit too big to enter from the other beach, so I came a bit more upwind, but apparently I hit the rocky bit as well, but all went well. I just didn't want to add another few scratches to my feet. Man, it was tough now, probably the biggest waves ever since I'm here, so quite choppy out there.
We have a perfect setup here for the training with the gear down in the garage, because then in between the breaks you can really kind of calm down for a moment, and that makes the training very efficient, because it's like it's really hard on you. I mean, Lars just said how rough it is out there, and you burn a lot of calories, you're in the sun, and so whenever you can get out of the wind and out of the sun to relax, it really helps you to recover better. So now it's lunchtime. We will get a new start time, I think 1.5 hours from now. So a good lunch break, and then we go for the second session again with 7 starts. That's the forecast for today, 26. Peaking 30 knots today in the afternoon, and usually it's a bit more than what the forecast says, so we should easily get 30 knots today. Unfortunately it's a bit difficult to film everything out there, because you're not allowed to fly the drone here. We're quite close to an airport, so apologize for that. What I was trying to say earlier actually is, when there's training, you don't really go for the results. It doesn't matter if you finish first, second, third, whatever, because you don't really know what the other guys are doing. We're here to test and train and try things out. So you don't know if maybe the guy who ends up behind you is on his worst fin. What we're trying to do is try to practice the time and distance, start on 0 and really get that consistent, and then train race situations, like going into the jibe with 4 or 5 people at the same time, really close, and then the quick decision making. Where do you go? How do you take the turn? Do you go on the inside, the outside? Then we try to put that all together into the whole race, and that's what we're trying to do and train. Today for the vlog we wanted to give you an insight of the training, but we also want to do a little bit like a documentary kind of style about the winter training, which Lars and I are working on, and he's going to come back here to film this. So if you like these kind of projects and if you enjoy watching these videos, also consider to join the Patreon. The link is down below. You can support us and the videos and what we're doing here if you like it. Yeah, there are a couple of perks to the Patreon program as well. I'll link it down below. Be sure to check it out. Really helps us out, and now I gotta go for the next session. See you later. exhausting in the end. So choppy now. Much more than in the first run actually. The tide was super high, the waves were bigger, and there was so much chop and movement out there. To be honest, the last 7 races didn't go so well for me, but I really want to, you know, take you guys with me on this new journey. A little bit, document a little bit the ups and downs. And yeah, I definitely had a few downs already in the last 2 weeks, and I can feel the training deficit that I have from the last 2 years. You know, there are people around me that yeah, weren't in the past. It's a bit challenging mentally, and it's a lot of repetitiveness and doing the same thing over and over again to really get better. And I'm not really so fond of repetitive things, but I'm really devoted to putting myself through this. Yeah, that was a tough day. Now, what you've seen today basically is what we had the last 2 weeks non-stop. 4 days a week training, and on top of that a bit of wave sailing and testing. Now I need a reconsolidation phase, sort of. I need maybe 4 or 5 days of break, which we don't get yet. It's still windy, but I feel like I needed to really work on myself a bit mentally and work on what happened the last 2 weeks, and then try and make the next step. Woo! High five! I can barely walk. I'm limping my way through life right now because of the cut on the foot. Didn't really get much better. But some more action today. Some of you guys asked for wave action again. Has been a while since I've been wave sailing, and as you guys know, it's my true passion going wave sailing, and it's firing today. I have a board, a wave board that has my name on it because I co-developed this board last year. But yeah, it's looking good today. Let's see if we can do a couple of turns and some maybe about head-high waves. Tide is a bit low. The waves are not massive yet. Let's hope it's pushing in. But I'd say let's go, play the music, have some fun. Stoke level 1000. Insane. Those waves over there were really nice. Such a good time. That was good. I needed that. Gives me a lot of energy, those wave sessions. But talking about energy, I think now I need a couple of days of rest. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, make sure to subscribe if you're new here. And I see you guys in the next one. I don't know when and where that will be.